Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to Off-Road Outlaws. Now, you're not going to see any face cam in this video and in some of the other custom map videos that I'm going to be doing soon because of the simple fact that in order to get the custom maps to work, I actually had to transfer my Off-Road Outlaws data over onto iOS because my Android emulator on PC was not working properly and I'm still trying to figure out why. And once I figure out why, then we'll be back over there for custom maps. Now, for anything other than custom maps, we'll still be on the PC, so the face cam will be there, but this is a little bit different, and so and like I said, I'm still trying to figure out why that's not working properly, but we are now going to attempt custom maps for the first time on video, and I know it's a little bit later than, they've come out, but we're still going to be jumping into some of my favorites. Now, I've played a few, but there's one that I really want to share with you, and that is Real Off-Road 3. Now, Real Off-Road 3 is an awesome map. It's a trail riding map, and it has all sorts of different obstacles that really allow you to fully explore your rig and your rig's capabilities. So, in terms of what you can do on this map, you have everything from like logs, rocks, mud, water. I'm going to let the map speak for itself, and we're going to load in and hopefully get through the map really quickly. Well, not necessarily really quickly, but get through the map really well and have a good time. Now, the vehicles we're going to be using here are, well, I say vehicles, more like vehicle, singular. I forgot that I had my trailer with my Squarebody attached. What we're going to do is we're just going to drop off the Squarebody and leave it there. We're going to zoom out the camera a little bit, and the way this map works is it works on, like, basically a circuit-based kind of lap format. So, with that being said, we're going to need all of that, and probably don't need low right now, but that's okay. So, we're not going to actually start up the actual event. We're just going to kind of run it and see what happens. I can leave it in low through here, and it doesn't really, like, get mad at you or anything, or, sorry, high, not low. I can leave it in high through here, and it doesn't really get mad at you or anything. You can just kind of do your thing, and it won't really yell at you or anything like that. But the cool thing is, once you get to the end of this mud, look up at that. I mean, that is, you don't see stuff like that in normal Off-Road Outlaws maps. Like, trails like that are not the norm. They really are not. And honestly, I think more realistic trail riding related stuff, rock crawling, trails, should be in Off-Road Outlaws. And what I love is that these custom maps give the community a chance to create those maps that they've always dreamed of. So this map so far, like I said, has been one of my favorite community maps. The creator has done an awesome job making everything feel more realistic. And not only making everything feel more realistic, but also making everything feel doable. Because this is not some sort of over-the-top, wild, crazy map that you are going to spend hours on and not complete. You'll complete it, but you'll complete it with a sense of challenge. There's definitely a sense of challenge here, and there's also a sense of accomplishment when you actually make it to the end, because the type of map that you're dealing with here is not your average run-of-the-mill map, and you can make it easier or harder depending on the vehicle you bring. If you bring a crazy built buggy like I have here, yes, it will be easier. But if you bring something like that Chevy Squarebody that I had on the trailer, it'll definitely be a little bit harder and possibly more realistic as well. So the difficulty of the map is really up to you depending on what vehicle you bring, which is a cool thing, and it actually makes it very enjoyable for lots of different kinds of vehicles. I mean, there are some challenging spots for bigger vehicles, like the one I have today, but there's also some spots that would really challenge the smaller vehicles. So I think the creator, like I said, really did an awesome job kind of making this map a really varied map in terms of difficulty. Come on. There we go. Let's go back into high, because we really don't need low to get up these logs. I mean, it's just literally like, it's just literally a hill with some logs on it. There's nothing really that intense about this particular part of the map. We do need to get back around to the forward-facing cam, though. I'm bad about that. Like, I love looking at different angles of the vehicle, and I will definitely say right now, like right here, that I'm very bad about looking around to try to get like a really cool angle on the vehicle. And to be honest, I end up doing that in real life off-roading too, because I really want to get like cool pictures and video shots. But at the same time, I need to think about the fact that, oh, I am on a trail sideways, balanced on a rock, and that probably should be my main focus, not getting a picture. But at the same time, you know, things, you know, they just kind of happen like that sometimes. Let's throw her back in low so we can just kind of ease our way through here. There are multiple paths you can take through this area, and it works out it works out that you can take, I think it's like 1 of 2, 3, maybe 4 different paths, and I personally like this one a lot. Like, I've already done a run-through of this map, and I've taken this particular path, but as you can see, there's a lot of other different rocks that you can go and climb on, and a lot of other areas you can explore if that's what you want to do. Now, all around, as you can see, back behind me, and then back up on the other side, like I said, there's all sorts of different rocks and areas to play with. Now, if we can, whoa, if you fall off that bridge, you are in trouble. You're in the water is where you are. Big amount of brakes. Come on. A little bit of snow right there. I mean, they take this map, well, I should say, this trail takes you through so many different environments, or even if you want to call them biomes, you could call them that. And they really kind of change up the characteristic of the map, like, as you go, because like now we're hitting snow. And snow was not even remotely on the list of what we were even planning to hit, like, you know, half a mile ago. Putting it back in high. And it's cool because you have this short-ish distance to basically check out a crap ton of different environment types. And it also gave the creator a chance to work with these different environment types to make specific sections of the map a little bit more catered to each environmental scenario. A little bit of a, like, just ease it down that hill. Hop up and over. Not bad. Not bad at all. If we could just kind of get, woo, oh boy. Easy. That's going to be, yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be a little iffy, but it's okay because we can kind of go around. The thing about this is it gives you the chance to avoid those rocks, and I tend to take advantage of that chance. So, and also we get a truck wash. So, I mean, that's always nice. Only thing about that truck wash is your truck gets dirty again just about immediately. And you know what? On my practice run through, I did that same exact thing. Too much e-brake and whipped it around too fast. I wonder what this looks like. Ooh, from the front. Oh, that looks cool. Walk it up and over. This thing really is just a lumbering giant. It will climb over just about anything and everything that you needed to climb over. Although I have found out on one other custom map that it will also do about 240 miles an hour fully tacked out. Now that is not realistic at all, but it's a lot of fun nonetheless to take your off-road buggy and tack it out to over 240 miles an hour. And that's without any, like, you know, tuning or gearing stuff or anything like that. So this section is obviously, you've got a pretty well-marked, predetermined route to take. I mean, there's all sorts of different ideas that you could put in this area. But at the same time, I mean, it's kind of nice to have a break from a lot of the, like, just bouncing around that the rocks give you. And if you want, you know, a map that's all rocks all the time, there are maps for that, but this map is not that. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that is not going to be this map. This map is varied. This map is actually it's really varied, but it's also really interesting because you end up dealing with so many different environment types in one run through that it ends up being one of the most fun maps I think I've tried out of all these custom maps that I've tried so far. Now, to be fair, I've only tried a few, but this one is definitely up there. And if this is just the beginning, then I am so excited to see what the rest of these have in store for us. So I'm actually going to swap vehicles real quick and see what happens when you get a slightly less capable vehicle and take it and put it to work on the same trails that we just took that buggy through. This is our trusty Chevy Squarebody, though, so it might do real well. It's making short work of the mud. Look at that. Thrown into low. We just have to be a little bit more careful because obviously we don't have the same amount of tire. The tire is going to be the big kind of defining factor here because whoa. And also, of course, getting the truck high-centered. Now, the only thing with that, though, is the fact that we can actually fit through more places because this truck is narrow and skinny, whereas that buggy is, you know, huge. Wow, bouncing up and over everything. Easing it down the hill, trying not to flip over. Also, that approach angle with the bumper is pretty bad. It's not exactly ideal there, but again, this definitely feels more like a realistic approach to what this would be like. But, I mean, that's not to say that a buggy isn't realistic. I mean, there are buggies, and buggies do exist, and they are easier to take trails in than something like, you know, a modified pickup truck. Now, with that being said, though, yes, I mean, there are going to be more people out there that have modified pickup trucks than people that have buggies. But at the same time, one of you guys, one of my subscribers, if you know who you are, call your name out in the comments below. You actually emailed me with a picture of your FJ buggy, which was freaking awesome, and I loved seeing that. Like, if any of you guys have, you know, actual off-road rigs, while emailing pictures is cool, tag me in your photos on Instagram of your off-road rigs, because I would love to see them. I think I'm going to take the slightly less threatening way and go around this side. We're still going to hit the rocks a little bit, but yeah, we shouldn't need low range for this, though. Like, this should be fairly simple to climb. Whoa, whoa, getting a little bouncy right there. That was a little sketchy. And while the other rig could have just bounced over these, look, this thing just gets all out of shape if you throw it at him too fast. Oh, God. Well, that went well. See, when you go too fast, things don't always work out exactly the way you want them to. Especially in Off-Road Outlaws, it tends to go, oh, you're treating this like it's Le Mans, and it isn't. It's an off-road trail, bruh. Come on. And I know I really should be treating this like a realistic trail ride and not really like just bombing through here like I'm in a rock bouncer. But there's also a section that I really want to try in this truck, and I'm trying to race to get to it. So, snow time. Oh my God. Well, that was a cartwheel if I've ever seen one. God. Laying on the throttle. It's not doing much. I gotta say, laying on the throttle isn't doing much through here. Although, it probably will help more once we actually get out of the mud. Because the mud is thick on this map. It's really thick, and it will really hold your truck back if you're not prepared for it. Go around the outside of that log. Back up in high. You end up changing ranges a lot on this map. Changing ranges from low to high. At least I find that you do. Now, if you play with a manual gearbox setup, then it might be a little bit different, but that's, whoa, if you're playing with an auto setup, then you're definitely going to be switching between high and low range a lot. Unless you want to go really, 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 really slow, because you could do the whole map in low range, but my God, that would be like just about one of the slowest propositions ever. Easing through here, getting up over the rocks, dropping back down on the other side. That suspension really, really working hard. You can see it's working its ass off. Like, it's just going. Little bit of a bounce. Nothing too... Wow. All right. That was out of nowhere and unexpected. Come on. All right. Easy. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo! Most trucks are going to end up with water damage there, probably. I bet you I got... Oh, jeez. Yes, I will repair my vehicle. I wasn't sure how much damage I had, but at the same time, I was pretty sure that it was going to be a lot, because I had been beating the crap out of this thing, and I still am. But we're definitely 3/4 of the way through now, and this rock garden should be actually not as hard as I originally was imagining it would be, because in the big rigs, they always make everything seem like it's gonna be like super hard when you go to the smaller rigs. But to be honest, this section isn't bad. I mean, yeah, it's a little rock garden, but most of the time you can actually, like I said, you can choose lines where this thing will just kind of fit between stuff, whereas the big buggies won't. Ooh, I turned my diff locks off. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to change ranges. Oh, boy. We're already, like, starting to lose some repair. Yes, repair. It's a... Oh, God. Really? I did not mean to do that. I was looking at my repair icon. Not my repair icon, but my, like, HUD icon or whatever we call it. No! No! Oh, my God. No. Oh, that's bad. Tap on ground. It's not working. It doesn't want me to tap on the ground. Okay. Oh, well, I guess. Are you really gonna be stuck here? I guess you are. I really shouldn't have gone this way. I really should have gone to the right instead of going left. But if you guys enjoyed this look at this custom map in Off-Road Outlaws, make sure you click that like button. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.